Come here. Did you hear what I said? I said, come here. Come here, Daddy.
Have a pleasant weekend.
Just heard some Rats in the City there by The Virus. Haven't played that one in a while. I'm sure many of you haven't heard that in a while either. It's off of a pretty old album, not their latest, that one day I'll get. It's a good album, just haven't had time to just grab it and get it on the show. But we'll see. You're listening to the Punk Rock Demonstration. I'm Jack. My website is punkrockdemo.com. Again, that's punkrockdemo.com. We're here every Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific time over at that website, punkrockdemo.com. Unfortunately, one of the servers that I've got that hosts the website is broken at the moment because AT&T is down. Well, their modem died. This is like the third modem in a year. For some reason, the modem keeps dying and having to have AT&T come out during business hours to replace it. And of course, it always dies outside of business hours. So yes, the website's been having issues as of Sunday. So hopefully that gets resolved shortly. But you can still tune in. That's still online. which is every Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific time for a new show, and that show repeats every Tuesday from 7 a.m. until 9 a.m. Pacific time. Luckily, the station and the website are on different servers, so just because the website's down doesn't mean you can't listen. And there's plenty of ways to listen. I believe you can listen through an app, but I don't do that myself. I just use the website, and yeah. In the future, if the website does go down, you can just reload and it will probably fail over to a different server and it will load eventually. So you can always get on there. I'll disable the broken server shortly, maybe after the show, and then wait for AT&T to come out, replace the modem, and then put it back online. But whatever. Too much technical mumbo jumbo. Neighbors having a party and it's really loud. They have a party every single week and just drives me crazy because they start so early, like 9 o'clock in the morning, and go on and on until late in the evening, and getting louder as the evening progresses. So very inconsiderate neighbors. If it's not dogs barking next door, it's having parties every weekend. Just whatever. Got lots of things that are on my mind, but let's continue with some more punk rock. Since the show's all about punk rock, let's continue with some Generators now. This song's called Plastic Roses.
Jane, she's gotta be the real thing. Imperfection stings when the phone never seems to ring. Home alone, one-bedroom apartment, cross town to the job she just started. Too much independence, leave a bitter taste, yet a bitter taste in the mind of some today. All she's getting is plastic roses, nothing but plastic roses. All she's getting is plastic roses, nothing but plastic roses. Hey! She's been shortchanged, sits around waiting for a cheap holiday. Desperation plays to get thrown off her feet and swept away. Expectations are running high, just a little more than some people's money can buy. Oh no, she's living a lie. Somebody, somewhere, anybody, anywhere, gonna make her feel alright. All she's getting is plastic roses, nothing but plastic roses. All she's getting is plastic roses, nothing but plastic roses. All she's getting is plastic roses, nothing but plastic roses. All she's getting is plastic roses, nothing but plastic roses. Beyond the headlines, down inside the classifieds, looking for someone to love her, and she can love forever. And if she plays her cards right, you know that she just might find somebody to bring those roses to life. All she's getting is plastic roses, nothing but plastic roses. All she's getting is plastic roses, nothing but plastic roses. All she's getting is plastic roses, nothing but plastic roses. All she's getting is plastic roses, nothing but plastic roses. Baby, you always look so good, and I would take you now, if just only I could. The past just seems too far away, I can't get you out of my mind. Now I just can't believe what it was that we left behind. empty promises, it all seems so real. And when I close my eyes, I see we're still together. You smile, you kiss, you taste your smell, but nothing lasts forever. Mistakes we made along the way, mistakes that we made every day, mistakes we made and now regret, mistakes that we will not forget. Maybe your memory will die for good. My wet dreams turned into a nightmare. Your tears have turned to blood. I can't escape you now. Your face got into my mind. Now I just can't believe what it was that we left behind. 'Cause when I think about the way that you made me feel, all those empty promises, it all seems so real. And when I close my eyes, I see we're still together. You smile, you kiss, you taste your smell, but nothing lasts forever. Mistakes we made along the way, mistakes that are made every day, mistakes we made and now regret, mistakes that we will not forget. Set myself down Tuesday, wrote myself a song, just things I want to say about what is wrong. But all of my complaining, well, it comes to no avail. The things I really need to say, I've yet to learn myself. Oh, but I won't cry, no, and I won't wail, no. I tell myself that you never fail until it's over. And when it's over, it's over. So I wrote myself a letter and I sent it off to you. To make myself feel better, I tried to tell the truth. I wrote a song for Jesus Christ and one for Noah's Ark. I sang a song for morning light and I still sat in the dark. But I won't cry, no, and I won't wail, no. I tell myself that you never fail until it's over. And when it's over, it's over. So I accept I can't do nothing at all. I
see myself a big long road and I build myself a wall. I dig myself a tunnel so I could get on under and join the rest of the human race. Just ask why and wonder, but I won't cry, no, and I won't wail, no. I tell myself that you and never fail until it's over. And when it's over, it's over. And when it's over, it's over. It's over, it's over.
Mówią ci od lat, rób co chcemy, tak działa świat. To my decydujemy, gdzie będziesz dziś, a gdzie będziesz za kilka lat. Możesz mieć marzenia, one napędzają twoją determinację. Nie udawaj, że nie chcesz nowego telefonu, nowego samochodu. A jeśli nawet ty nie chcesz, to tresują twoje dzieci. Na koniec dnia i tak kupisz to, co zaplanowali. To wszystko jest zaplanowane.
Jesteś tylko targetem, tylko targetem, jesteś tylko targetem, tylko targetem, jesteś tylko targetem, tylko targetem, jesteś tylko targetem, jesteś tylko targetem, tylko targetem, jesteś tylko targetem, tylko targetem, jesteś tylko targetem, tylko targetem, jesteś tylko targetem.
Chodzisz na wybory, albo masz to w dupie. Ci, co nie chodzą, również są targetem. Wielu skurwysynom na rękę jest, że nie chodzisz na wybory. Kupujesz, pracujesz, kochasz, nienawidzisz, przeklinasz, złościsz się. W końcu ktoś się do ciebie dobierze. To wszystko jest zaplanowane.
Jesteś tylko targetem, tylko targetem, jesteś tylko targetem, tylko targetem, jesteś tylko targetem, tylko targetem, jesteś tylko targetem, jesteś tylko targetem, tylko targetem, jesteś tylko targetem, tylko targetem, jesteś tylko targetem, tylko targetem, jesteś tylko targetem.
W końcu ktoś się do ciebie dobierze. W końcu ktoś się do ciebie dobierze. W końcu ktoś się do ciebie dobierze. To wszystko jest zaplanowane.
Jesteś tylko targetem, tylko targetem, jesteś tylko targetem, tylko targetem, jesteś tylko targetem, tylko targetem, jesteś tylko targetem, jesteś tylko targetem, 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 jesteś tylko targetem.
Heard Pugilistics there with Live For Now, and some Non-Serviam with Target, The Slackers with I'd Rather Die Happy before Non-Serviam, and Wasted Life with Mistakes before The Slackers. I was riding my motorcycle over the weekend and got into a little accidente, but it wasn't me getting into an accidente, it was someone reversing into me while I was stopped in a left turn. I guess the left turn light was red for an extended amount of time, and the truck in front of me, a pickup truck, decided that instead of just running the light or something, to start reversing, and their trailer hitch crashed into me and broke my front fairings and fender. So that was quite disappointing, having to fix that, and yeah, just lots of irritating stuff happening there. Try to find the horn, but of course you can never find the horn when you need it, but the horn is always there when you don't need it. It sucks, but didn't want to go through insurance and just had them pay for the broken part that they broke. Unfortunately, it doesn't pay for unbending the middle back, which I'm going to have to do and figure that out later. But let's continue with some more punk rock here in the punk rock demonstration. Let's continue with some Mesa Lanes. This song's called Bleach on the Rocks.
a girl, go for a whirl, head on down to the beach. Hop on time a ride, we'll tackle the tide, sunshine can't be beat. Every time we go, the tip ain't low, let's get away from the heat. Grab a girl, go for a whirl, head on down to the beach. Let's go to the beach. The feeling can't be beat. It's summertime again, time just to let it. Heading up the coast, the ride the most, surfing Huntington Beach. Let your board catch a wave, don't let it get away. You know what I mean. And when the sun goes down, you'll be a little brown, feeling the stars are in reach. Grab a girl, go for a whirl, head on down to the beach. Let's go to the beach. The feeling can't be beat. It's summertime again, time just to live. Alright, let's surf. Grab a girl, go for a whirl, head on down to the beach. Hop on time a ride, we'll tackle the tide. sunshine can't be beat. Every time we go, the tip ain't low. Let's get away from the heat. Grab a girl, go for a whirl, head on down to the beach. Let's go to the beach. The feeling can't be beat. It's summertime again. Time just to let it end. I got no name or number. I just stand out the lumber. But if I ever get a chance to play, I'm gonna show 'em someday. I'm gonna show 'em that I came to play. I'm gonna show 'em that I'm here to stay. But all I hear you say is stick boy, now you're ever gonna be. Stick boy, are you ever gonna be? Stick boy, now you're ever gonna be. Stick boy, now you're ever gonna be. Well, I can wind up and make them howl, but I only wind up holding the towels. But if I ever get a chance to play, I'm gonna show 'em one day. I'm gonna show 'em that I came to play. I'm gonna show 'em that I'm here to stay. But all I hear you say is stick boy, are you ever gonna be? Stick boy, are you ever gonna be? Stick boy, now you ever gonna be? Stick boy. I'm gonna show 'em one day. I'm gonna show 'em that I came to play. I'm gonna show 'em that I'm here to stay. But all I hear you say is are you ever gonna be? Stick boy, 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 always ever gonna be.
Movements.
I could have died at 23 because the devil can never keep his hands off me. But now I know there is no heaven. There's no guardian angel when I'm in so deep. There's no God, so
That was Wayward Brigade there with LNT, and some New Meds before Wayward Brigade with 23, Hanson Brothers with Stick Boy before New Meds, and the Gears with Let's Go to the Beach. Went to the beach last week on my motorcycle, and of course, every time you go to the beach, you bring back sand. Normally you bring back sand in your clothing and shoes and everything that you're wearing, but I took the motorcycle, and of course, sand follows you everywhere, and it got all over the motorcycle too, and got my shifter stuck. So when I was trying to shift gears, when I was exiting the freeway, it got stuck in a high gear, and I could not shift down any further because the shifter got stuck in that down position. That was a nightmare. Had to pull over and fix that, but knew there's a reason why I hate going to the beach. Haven't been there in a long time, and I think I'll keep it that way. Let's continue some more punk rock here in the punk rock demonstration. By the way, you can send over songs if you're a band by going to punkrockdemo.com, and if you're not a band or you want to hear some songs, you can make a request there. Same website, punkrockdemo.com. We're here every Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific time, and then all the other times are other shows broadcasting 24 hours a day. Let's continue with some Despised NJ now. This song's called Nonconformist.
between the oh and wrong. There's no between the right and wrong. I'm so fed up with that attitude. Fuck off off your stupid love. In a one-size bag of one, it's hard to survive. In a one-size bag of one, it's hard to survive.
slept in last night. Cautiously hopeful, desperate to connect, but when I walk I study cracks in cement the whole time. I set 10 alarms and snooze them. It's not a fair fight. I'll stay in the dark where I feel alright. Quiet on the set, you light up a smoke, kiss me in the haze. The cameras are rolling and in the background the soundtrack plays. Hopeful and sad in all the right ways.
seems okay to me. I guess we'll have to wait and see. If the time was yesterday, but today is gonna be okay. Tomorrow's never far away. If the time was yesterday, then yesterday still seems okay to me. I guess we'll have to wait and see. If the time was yesterday, but today is gonna be okay. Tomorrow's never far away. Give me your heart, what she said. Put it up in my head. Not trust in what did, always in tragedy. The storm is over, at least for today. The storm is over. I'm so afraid. I'm not good at living right. I'm not good at having no pride. But feeling doesn't make you weak when passion is what makes you breathe. The storm is over, at least for today. The storm is over. I'm so afraid. Even if stuck from this hollow in it up. Plus no bills, gets hard and freaking dead. It turns my red, so can be dead. Just doing no one else, just one us. Fuck one of us. So let the record spin as the needle strikes again. The storm is over, at least for today. The storm is over, it's gone away. Lost my love, I lost my life. Been a long walk up and shine this bright. Gray skies, I close my eyes. No sleep when it's bright. The storm is over, at least for today. The storm is over, it's gone away. But in these darker days, we'll be okay. In these dark 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 days, we'll be okay.
Heard Clit 45 there with The Storm Is Over. Over the past week, we had a massive rainstorm. Just all of a sudden, just downpour like crazy, as if it was like the middle of winter or something like that. And then it went away, and it's back to sunny and hot, and fires and all that stuff in California. Very interesting weather. Feels like it goes from winter to summer, and then summer to winter. Just skips spring altogether. Just back and forth, and my skin does not like that. But yes, before Clit 45, we heard Autogram with Yesterday, and some Tiny Stills before Autogram with We Really Felt Something, and Rejected Youth with Narrow Minded. I've got one more segment of punk rock before I play those songs that people have been sending in all throughout the week over at the website, punkrockdemo.com, and physical media and all sorts of different ways in which you can find how to do that by going to the same website, punkrockdemo.com. Let's continue with some On Switch now. This song's called Stitch Me Up.
Take my clothes up from the tomb, put me back in my room. Don't deny me, it's my right. I'm just trying to live my life. Rub your fingers along my skull. Save my bones, she can't save my soul. It's so riddle and you're stuck in the middle. It's so silly, doesn't matter really. This stitch me up, wake me up, shake me up. This stitch me up, sew me up, blow me up. This stitch me up, wake me up, shake me up. Shits and giggles just for fun, open up, come undone. Wash my flesh with rain and wine. Offer me salvation and I decline. Paid my dues and I did my time. Sick of waiting, I want what's mine. Now it's winter, I'm discontent. Bury my dreams in cold cement. Felt the sunburn in my head. Felt the blood flow in my bed. Stitch me up, wake me up, shake me up. Stitch me up, sew me up, blow me up. done. Open up, come undone. Lick my wounds, broke the rules, bent the spoons, showed on the fools. Story goes, I stole the show, broke the mold, now I gotta go.
supposed to profit and gain took your voice away. What could you possibly see? I'm on the docks waiting for the ships to come in. I look beyond the shore to see the earth meet the heavens. But they'll meet again, they'll become one in the end. To make a living, do we have to live in this prison? I sold my soul to the team that was winning. If the tables must turn, won't be alone if I burn. That's the sun determine our fate. Are we as free as it's betrayed? Don't pull the wool over my eyes. What's true? What's lies? A shame and false disguise. Maritime tragedies making angels out of men. Maritime tragedies makes angels out of men. Within the wreckage of a civilization, a new life has already begun. A new breed will rise with victory in their eyes. Now I'm on the dock waiting for the ships to come in. I look beyond the shore to see the earth meet the heavens. But they'll meet again, they'll become one in the end. Does the sun determine our fate? Are we as free as it's betrayed? Don't pull the wool over my eyes. What's true? What's lies? A shame in false disguise. Maritime tragedies making angels out of men. Maritime tragedies makes angels out of men. Hey! Hey!
Heard Royal Oi there with Music Oi, and some Briggs with Maritime Tragedies, Ramams with Boogie Nuts Not Before the Briggs, and some SVT with North Beach. Still listening to the punk rock demonstration. I've got new punk rock now. If you want to send over new punk rock, you can go over to the website, punkrockdemo.com. There's a button on there that says Submit Music. Just go through the process there. Let's continue with some new music that people have been submitting throughout the week. It starts off with this Dammit Records April 2026, the first of the songs by Dammit Records since it's the first of the month. It starts off with Our Souls. The song's called Unchained Melanie. Starts off with this AI voice that I hear everywhere.
In the town of Basildon, UK, famed for little more than being home to the largest coffee roastery in Europe, lived a woman by the name of Melanie. Stay off those drugs, kids.
Have you watched it? She's got my blood and drugs. Melanie, my Melanie, I think she's nearly done. Her hair falls out, her nails they break, and her teeth are wearing away. Her skin is split, she shits the bed and can't seem to sleep night or day. She's got my love and drugs. Melanie, my Melanie, I wish she'd fucking stop. She crashed my car, stole my cash, and constantly has back prayer. Sure man, that cunt, she's lost her fucking mind.
about this girl I know. She has got an animated soul, loves all the weirdos and all the freaks. She is so amazing and unique. She sees in cartoons. She sees all the goons. She sees in cartoons. She always has something fun to do. Flies around the city in a shoe. She paints a colored treasure most every day. Sees life in a very special way. She'll keep you on your toes, 'cause everybody knows the world isn't real. That's why it's such a thrill. She sees in cartoons. In cartoons. In cartoons. She sees in cartoons. She sees all the goons. She sees in cartoons. Everything is so saturated. It's not the first time. Suffragettes are all subjugated. Won't be the last time. Shock value, mass seduction, hell-bent on self-destruction. From neighborhood to battleground, lost in the sound. While we're staring at satellites, staring at satellites, there's something shaking underground. Criminalizing the brain pollution, be the solution. Tyrannizing the revolution, the revolution. Sold out, indoctrinated, deaf, dumb, domesticated. High time we turn this thing around. Lost and then found. No more staring at satellites, staring at satellites. There's something shaking underground. There's something shaking under. They think they got your number. There's something shaking underground. There is another way. Let's give them hell to pay. High time we burn this rain to ground. Lost and then found. No more staring at satellites, staring at satellites. There's something shaking underground. There's something shaking underground. No more staring at satellites, staring at satellites. There's something shaking underground.
Her Peppermint Kicks, there was Shaking Underground, and some Taste Test Stores with She Sees in Cartoons, Mermaid Island with Earth is Boring before Taste Test Stores, and then the last of the Dammit Records, April 2026. 2 songs from that compilation. That band was Bobbulin and the Bald Illegals with Regurhat. Not quite sure how to pronounce that. It's like Regurgi Het. I think that's a little bit better pronunciation. Anyways, hope everyone had a good Easter. I heard Easter was on Sunday, and then there's Easter Monday, and then there's another Easter or something like that, I heard. I don't know. Seems to be a lot of Easters. I'm wondering when the lunar Easter is. We're playing new punk rock here in the punk rock demonstration, and we're going to continue with some High on Stress. This song's called House of Cards.
Sunday, I wonder who you're meeting now. Walk around with your head a live wire. It will lead you nowhere. Walk around with your head a live wire. It will lead you nowhere. Carry the weight. Can we step back to another day? I wonder how you're living now. Bleak thoughts, memories fade. You never know where you land, but you'll get there someday. I wonder what I'm thinking now. Walk around with your head a live wire. It will lead you nowhere. Walk around with your head a live wire. It will lead you nowhere.
there's another fucker running us over here. Cause there's no room in their atmosphere. There's punk beneath a set of expectations. We aren't young, we are no sensations. Hypocrisy, hypocrisy, with the bottom of the pit. No, we're the boys that doesn't fit. Hypocrisy, hypocrisy, with the bottom of the pit. No, we're the boys that doesn't fit. Miscegenation in our mail. In the void I can spell through fade. It seems to be the same everywhere. We don't belong here or anywhere. Hypocrisy, with the bottom of the pit. We're the boys that doesn't fit. Hypocrisy, with the bottom of the pit. We're the boys that doesn't fit. Hypocrisy, with the bottom of the pit. We're the boys that doesn't fit. Hypocrisy, with the bottom of the pit. We're the boys that doesn't. The boys that doesn't. The boys that does not fit.
In the chase, working all day just to stay in place, running full speed but you lose the race. They sell you hope but it fades too fast, keep you locked in the loop like a broken past. You feel that pressure rising in your chest, like something's breaking through the stress. No more holding back, no more staying quiet. This is the moment we start the riot. Buck the system, we don't fall in line. Turn it up loud, let them hear us tonight. No more waiting, no more standing still. We got the fire, we got the will. Buck the system, break the walls apart. We're wide awake and we're done in the dark. Hands up high, let the whole world see. You don't own us, we are free. They keep dividing just to stay in control. Tell you who to be, try to program your soul. Point you left, point you right all day, while they sit back and they make you play. Every promise fades when the lights go down. Same old cycle spinning back around. But something's changing, you can feel the shift. Voices getting louder, starting to lift. Now it's louder, can't ignore the sound. Like a wave about to crash right now. No more fear and no backing down. We're too far in to turn around. Fuck the system, we don't fall in line. Turn it up loud, let them hear us tonight. No more waiting, no more standing still. We got the fire, we got the will. Fuck the system, break the walls apart. We're wide awake and we're done in the dark. Hands up high, let the whole world see. You don't own us, we are free. We were silent for too long. Now the truth is in this song. Every voice, every shout. This is what it's all about. Feel it rise, feel it break. Every step that we take. Fuck the system, hear the whole world shout. This is the moment we're breaking out. No more silence, no compromise. We see the truth.
hab ein Dach über dem Kopf, immer viel Krach und was Leckeres im Topf. Worüber soll ich mich beklagen? Ich hab doch alles, was ich brauch. Also scheiß ich einfach drauf, wenn ihr das Leben mal wieder eine Last auflegt. Das ist genau dieses Gefühl, welches sie trägt. Ist es genau dieses Gefühl? Ich hab wenig Geld und doch gehört mir die Welt. Ich weiß das nur nicht immer, hab ab und zu keinen Schimmer. Ich muss mir selbst immer sagen, ich muss nicht immer was Neues haben. Viel zu lang glaub ich, ohne was Neues geht's nicht. Ich hab doch alles, was ich brauch. Also scheiß ich einfach drauf, wenn mir das Leben mal wieder eine Last auflöst. Ist es genau dieses Gefühl, welches sie trägt? Ist es genau dieses Gefühl? Ich hab es warm und auch viel Alarm. Ich bin gesund, also scheiße ich auf den Grund. Ich hab Frieden in meinen Wänden, hab ein Bett mit einem Tischchen, ach wie nett. Worüber soll ich mich beklagen? Vielleicht über die Ungerechtigkeit, dass es nicht allen genauso geht und das Verständnis in dieser Welt fehlt. Es braucht nicht viel. Ich hab doch alles, was ich brauch. Also scheiß ich einfach drauf, wenn mir das Leben mal wieder eine Last auflegt.
Heard Forsaken Prophets there with Knives, and so Turbulent with Ich hab alles, Coral Gate with Buck the System before Turbulent, and some Dead Pollies with Punkracy, that band from Sweden, which is doing a split with Cause of Affliction from Hawaii, and the song before Dead Pollies was by Cause of Affliction. That song's called Shared Vision. Got one more segment of new punk rock here in the punk rock demonstration, and then we'll end off the show. By the way, our show is here every Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific time over at punkrockdemo.com. Let's continue with some Enoch Eunuch. This song's called Jesus Har Fought HIV, and in English it translates to Jesus Has Got HIV.
Here comes another wasted day. Right turn, wrong way. It's become devastatingly clear. You don't want me anywhere near. You don't like me, want me out of your sight. And it doesn't feel right. Turn, wrong way. I'm no good to nobody this way. Here comes another wasted day. Right turn, wrong way. Right turn, wrong way. I'm no good to nobody this way. Here comes another wasted day. Right turn, wrong way. Right turn, wrong way. Right turn, wrong way. Right turn, wrong way. Right turn, wrong way.
Crushing democracies that you find overseas, installing dictatorships that cater to your needs. Capitalism is a game, one nation overseas, while selling others lies about its possibilities. Well, there is hope, there can always be resistance. You can't afford to let any of it grow, so seek it out. Like on your solid thought, death wish you're killing hope everywhere you go. Tolerating no too, your power and prestige, punishing the dissidents through their economies, subsidizing genocide to gain publicity, increasing the likelihood of new catastrophes. Where there is hope, there can always be resistance. You can't afford to let any of it grow, so seek it out. Like a missile with a death wish, you're killing hope everywhere you go. If you want some skin, I can shed it. Maybe I can break it. If you want my bones, it's blood you want, I can have it. 'Cause none of this will stand between me and my bones. How did you manage to keep the public ignorant of the truth? Would they consent to so much evil in exchange for a little good? A racist homophobic leader who stole power was not something new. Wasn't that what we claimed to be fighting against to win World War II? Want some skin? I can shed it. I can break it. If you want my bones, it's blood you want, I can let it. 'Cause none of this will stand between me and my bones. It's blood you want, it's blood you want, it's blood you want, I can let it. It's blood you want, it's blood you want, it's blood you want. It's impossible.
Now some Frenchie the Punk there with War on War, and some Tiernan with Killing Hope. The Grimly Pleased with Right Turn Wrong Way before Tiernan. Heard the Dear Boys before the Grimly Pleased with I Hope You Know How Fucking Cool You Are, and Urban Elite with Misanthropy. That about wraps up our show here called Punk Rock Demonstration. We end off with this Canadian band called The Real Mackenzies. They've got a new song called I Want to Eat Sardines with Your Mother. With that, I'll talk to all next week. Thanks for listening.
I wanna eat sardines with your mother. That's one thing I would not do with my fishy attitude. Mom, she's got the right to choose. She don't want no processed food. I wanna eat sardines with your mother. I wanna eat sardines with your mother. I wanna eat sardines with your mother. 'Cause I just wanna eat sardines with your mother. Not my menu, not my scene. Only eat supper cuisine. It's not healthy for your gut. Would not feed that to my mutt. So disgusting, nasty bland. Taking plastic pockets bland. Are you sickies in your seat? Remembering you what to eat. I wanna eat sardines with your mother. Yeah, I wanna eat sardines with your mother. I never wanna eat a fish with no other. 'Cause I wanna eat sardines with your mother. And oyster stew.
I'm feeling alright with the crew. Time out! The boys are raring to go. Tonight, it's gonna be a hell of a show. Do you think you got something to prove? Just wait, see who makes the first move. Your booth, fit the occasion tonight. A drink up, everything's going just right. So now, feeling alright with the crew. 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 Whoa! I got the blood in my hand. I want to smash it in the face now. What's the point in all this bloody confusion? Oh, shoot. My head's dark in this corner over here. And we're all having a nice little drink and a smoke and relaxing on a Monday night.